It is showtime, go time, let's do it time. Uh, Wednesday, the roadblock removal for coaches and speakers. So excited today to announce a second coming of the holiday challenge. This time it's called the Broken Resolution Solution Challenge. If you have already broken your resolutions on things you're going to do, if you are looking at being a speaker who is not doing what you want as far as creating business for yourself, if you are an entrepreneur, the lone wolf that's out there and you need help, we're here to help you out with a broken resolution solution challenge. And say that 10 times quickly. It's kind of tough. So uh, I'm here today to talk a little bit about it. And hopefully, if anybody has any questions, come on in. Next week, I have a fantastic guest. We're going to talk about all kinds of things. But right now, we're talking about the upcoming challenge. And what I did is I took 23 people, and I did a couple versions of this. I did 7 people for 1 week, and I applied some simple ways to solve the problems that many of us entrepreneurs have when we're trying to create business for ourselves. And I charged them 100. That first 7 I did for free, and those 7 people in 7 days made $70,000 total. So the goal of this challenge is to add an extra $10,000 into your pocket by the end of that challenge. Now, I am charging this time for it, and I'm charging $497 for it. Here's the guarantee, though: if you don't make an extra $500, so more than you paid me, an extra $500 during this challenge, I am going to work with you until you do. So I had several people in the regular holiday challenge when I did 23 people. Those 23 people made almost $350,000. I think actually might have been over $350,000. So some of them knocked it through the park. Some of them didn't. But in this challenge, $497, anybody wants to, if they don't make that $500, I'm going to guarantee that I will work with you until you get that level up there. So the money will come back to you in one way, shape, or form. It's pretty much guaranteed. I'll work with you till you do. And we're going to talk about all kinds of things. One of the key things that really this is all about is removing the roadblocks that we don't see that stop us from being successful entrepreneurs. I'm going to talk about outreach, how to be charismatic in your outreach, how to create that influential hook that just makes people go, really? Tell me more. And it's all about that. We're going to talk about compelling hooks, understanding your roadblocks, what they are, how to break them down. There's several different things that you can do there. Quick outreach that creates comfortable conversations. We think that when we get in this situation where we have to sell something, it's like, you are the coolest person in the world talking about what you do. Hey, I'm the greatest thing at doing this, and it's wonderful and it's fantastic. Then when it gets time to sell it to people, what you do is you Bandcamp the voice. Hey, we've got this, that, and the other thing. We do all these things amazing, and it's only $5,000. And all of a sudden we do crazy things. If you want to come in here today, I forgot to put that up there. Get in here now, joinraylive.com. Come on in. We'll talk about your issues and how we can help you solve them. The challenge is starting. It's 28 days. So we're taking the shortest month of the year, and I'm trying to add an extra 10 grand into your pocket by doing that. There's a lot of different ways we'll do it. We'll talk about the most successful thing that worked in the last challenge. There's more videos available in this challenge. I'm going to be putting something out every single day of this challenge coming up. If you want to start it early, here's the key: direct message me. I've already got a couple people signed up, but I'm going to have brainstorming sessions, questions and answers. If nobody has brainstorms or question and answer, we'll do a little back and forth teaching every Friday in the challenge. So if you join early, I'm going to start the brainstorming sessions this Friday. So anybody that joins early gets the rest of January as part of the challenge. We'll get you going on these things, get you started in doing it, because there's a couple of simple activities that created the big chunk of that $350,000. And Very simple things that we all can do. So it's not complicated. You do have to do the work, and I'll tell you exactly what to do. If you're having trouble finding customers, this is a perfect challenge for you, because I'm going to talk to you about something I'll call Hey Jim marketing, and that gets people to turn heads and look at you. If you are having trouble getting people to answer your emails and your outreach and your calls and your text, well, that's a great thing for you, because I'll help you with that as well. I'll put things in your brain that will make you interesting to your customers. And we will talk about things like creating closing scenarios, using speaking to sell, all these things, easier ways to connect. Reach out to people's ego, and they will reply to you very, very quickly, very, very fast. But I'm excited. It's up here. We got 28 days coming up with that extra bonus, 8 or 9, I guess we've got left for those of you who jump on board right there. But some of the things that we'll be doing, building instant rapport. How do you do that? Here's the genesis of where this comes from. Is I spent the last 4 or 5 years working with people just like you, all these entrepreneurs that had fantastic products, amazing services, and they all told me that they were great at building rapport. And I'd say, well, what's the problem then? Well, nobody answers my emails and nobody returns my calls. So what you always hear people talk about, we work with people that we know, like, and trust. And people say, I'm great at building rapport. Well, that knowing part, there's a gap between being a stranger and being a well-known person to that business. And I can teach you how to build that quickly, and how to give that almost feeling of friendship, feeling familiarity right off the top, right off the bat, so you can actually be seen as one of the insiders with this company where you aren't even known by them yet. So there's just a few simple things that you can do to do that. You can easily have people answer your calls, create meetings with you because you've never even met them. One of the easiest, greatest ways to do this is through having a book, having an article, reaching out to people, and simply asking for their contribution to your book or article. Because everybody wants to be in a book or in an article. Nobody wants to talk to you about you selling your stuff. So, hey, I have a book called Leadership Through Laughter, and I'm reaching out to some of the better CEOs that use humor in the workplace effectively. And I just want to get your input for a chapter I'm writing on this. And those are simple ways that people just always say yes, because there's so many easy ways to get past that wall that we build up. And we do build up a wall, don't we? It's amazing how we try and be the professional, the business person, the elite person. We're an expert, right? You're all an expert at something. What are you, I guess I won't use that phrase because there's, but what are you an expert at? What are you amazing at? The problem with entrepreneurs is we have this, I call it the entrepreneurial conundrum. There are 3 things that entrepreneurs need to master. And one of them is the belief of your native genius. So your native genius is something that you use in your work every single day. And it's probably the center of your work. One of the things that I found out about me is that I connect to people quicker than just about anybody I know. I'm also very fast at putting pieces together to create something very creative that makes things pop, makes them, I've been called the human fortune cookie, for example. So those are things that we do. So what is it about you that is so easy, so simple, so wonderful? Everybody would like to be like you. You have to believe that that's unique enough to charge very unique pricing. And one of the problems that we get when we don't have that is we charge too little for this brilliant thing that we do. So belief in your native genius, finding out what that is, utilizing it when you work, when you sell, when you connect with people. It's really not about selling. It's about being able to remove the obstacles that we put in our own way to let people buy from us. That's a big part about what we do. So that's one of it. So your native genius, you need to really fall in love with your native genius and understand how cool it is, because you all have one, right? Secondly, you have to master communication skills. These are both virtual. You have to reach out through the little green dot into the living room of the person you're talking with, or the conference room that you're talking with. One of those things, your hands are actually things that build trust with people. So when you're on Zoom, you have to remember to keep your hands higher when you speak, because people like to see your hands. They like to see what you're doing with that. Don't just be the talking head on TV. The talking head on TV, you don't really buy stuff from, but you buy stuff from people you like, know, and trust, right? So you buy from your friends. Your friends will show your hands and talk with their hands. It's like going to happy hour, going to uh, coffee. You would have the same conversation you have over Zoom that you'd have in those situations. It's just a little bit different because you're not looking at the screen, you're looking at the green dot, right? Um, Here is the thing about your communication skills: email, writing, communication, anything written has to be amazing. Anything verbal has to be amazing. You have to be great at it one-to-one and one-to-many. So you have to do it live and you have to do it virtually, and they all have to come through together. The third thing, which is so overlooked, and one of the things that we'll talk about a lot in the challenge, is your people skills, your confidence, your humor, your influence, and your charisma. There are many things that make up each one of those things, and those are things that are all learnable. Understanding how to use those things simply and easily. And what I want to do is work with everybody in the challenge to get those things better than when you started. It is a simple thing to do to become more charismatic. If you are the type of person that has genuine concern for others, you believe that what you do, to believe in your native genius, you have to understand that you are unique, that your thing is, what you do is so unique that you can charge unique pricing. You also have to believe that what you do transforms your clients. If you can take what's in your head or the service you provide and apply it to your client, their life gets better and easier. And if you do that and you do it with confidence, you throw in some humor in there, you understand how to influence people. And the question I always get is, what's the difference between influence and manipulation? Isn't that manipulative? No. If I'm doing something to make you better, and that's my goal, is to make you better. Because I know if I take people and I work with them, everybody I hang around sells more stuff. And that's just been a constant thing in my life from Little League on. Everybody I hang out with sells more stuff. And if I can hang out with you and give some things that are in my wheelhouse about how to get through these walls that you see, how to get around the roadblocks, under, over, through it, simply. Now, it's not easy because you have to do it. It doesn't just do it by itself. There's no button you can turn on and never have to talk to people. My version of creating business involves conversations, right? So that's the key. That's the key. You have to have these conversations, but those people skills, if you understand those people skills and you use them, all three of those things together, you can pick and choose your client, and they're fantastic people. They're people you love to work with. They're people you care about. They're people that you want to help on a daily basis. And ideally, people with these things, I do this because I would love to have more clients with the people that I like to work with. And this is what I do to create people that I like to work with. I tend to enjoy working with speakers and coaches that are really good at what they do, but a little bit frustrated in not being able to present it to the world. And that's what this is all about. So if you are watching this after it's live, you can put questions in the comments and I'll get them and I'll reply to them. Anybody that wants to sign up for this thing, I will give you a link to sign up for it, to come on in and do it. It's $4.97. We'll have, I think, 6 different brainstorming sessions through the end of February. If you start now, you'll get 6. It is a thing that has worked in the past. I know it's going to work in the future. I'm excited for it. and come on in and talk right now. Some of the other things that we'll talk about is uncovering opportunities, how to take what you're doing right now and create more money from that same opportunity. um, Different ways you can do that. One of the things that I do with people a lot is I add a layer of laser coaching in any corporation deal that I make. So I will take the CEO and work with them directly, and then I will add a laser coaching section where I am going to be the person that takes the problems from his underlings, and instead of him having to answer those questions, they can come to me, and I can take a lot of that off his thing. And that is a simple and easy thing to do. You just have to understand how to set it up and how to present it. But it adds a lot of value to the average CEO that wants to have their company work with. And in understanding, those of you that give keynotes, well, the biggest way to shift that is take the keynote and start to work with a company more. Well, I got a simple and easy 3-step program that shows you how to word that, how to get it through so they go, oh yeah, I'd really love to do that. And it's not salesy, it's a conversation. It's talking about making them better, which makes them excited to work with you. And it's just about those type of things that you remember when you met somebody and they were so interesting. It was just like, really? Tell me more. Really? Tell me more. Really? Wow, tell me more. And you can talk for them for hours. Well, that's what we aim to create with the resolution, the broken resolution solution challenge. That is hard to say. I would never market that for a big program right there. I just wanted to challenge myself to say that broken resolution solution challenge. Woo! I'll probably name it by the time I send out stuff about it. But yeah, so if you're out there, you want to come in, join me. Happy to have you. We'll answer any questions that you have. There's a guarantee. It won't basically cost you a dime to do this because you will make back at least the money that you did between now and the end of February. So it's going to make a couple extra bucks for you one way or the other, or I'll keep working with you till it does. And that is my promise to you. So questions, drop me a line. Ray@humorspeaks.com. If you rayengen.com if you like that one better, because that's a simple and easy one there. I get less emails there, and I know that you're serious about the challenge if you use that one because you got it here, because that one's not out there very often. Love to have you come in. Love to have you in it. There'll be videos about what to do. You'll get me live. You'll have access to emails, to texts. Any questions you have during this challenge, I'm here for you. I'll have a one-on-one with everybody that joins the challenge. We'll also have brainstorming sessions because I want to find out your roadblocks. I want to remove them for you. I want to make it easier for you to take what's in here and get it out there to the clients that you really are helping out and doing a great thing for. So keep up the good work with what you do. I want to take you from best kept secret to trusted client, trusted advisor, a great person to work with, a person you enjoy. I don't want your testimonial at the end of this. What I want to create a client hall of fame that you have a quote in. So that's what we're doing. I'm out for this week. See me next week. We'll have a guest. I'll announce who that is. I know who it is right now. And it's exciting. It is exciting. It's about getting your message across and getting people aware of the great things that you do. And she is fantastic. We'll be talking about her on the next Wednesday. Roadblock removal for speakers and coaches. I'm Ray Engen. Great to see you. Like it, share it, do all those good things, and have a great day. Woo-hoo, yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.